So a little politics out in Arizona.
That's right.
Some Clintons and a Kimmel.
That's right. My buddy Jimmy Kimmel hosted a nice question and answer session with the Clintons. Come on, let me tell you more about it. About 1,000 students. It's the Clinton Global Initiative University where they get students in. They ask questions. Jimmy did a nice job. Had some funny moments with the former First Family. Ultimately, they're trying to press Hillary on, are you going to run in 2016? She didn't give up much. She just said, I'm obviously thinking about all kinds of decisions. Jimmy had some pretty funny lines. He said, if you do...
Hello? Yeah, what is it? No, he's not up yet. What do you mean don't make any breakfast? I was just about to make some luchi for him. Are you sure? Okay, then it's your responsibility, mind you. Come back soon.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're up already. It was quite late last night. You should have slept a little longer.
Couldn't sleep. Jet lag is still kind of bothering me.
Can I get you some coffee or should I make you some tea?
The coffee would be better. Black, no milk or sugar, please.
Sure.
Your husband, is he around?
Deepak is about to run some errands. He'll be back soon. Would you like some orange juice?
Oh, please don't bother. I'm fine.
Oh, no botheration at all. It's my pleasure. It's really such a great privilege to host a movie star like you. You won't believe the kind of begging and pleading I had to do to get this opportunity. And now if I'm short on hospitality, do you think I'll be spared?
You have to beg for me.
Of course. All the ladies there were fighting to host you. Pulling you out of their clutches was quite a struggle. I had to make a solid case to justify my claim.
Really? What did you say?
Oh, please don't ask. It's quite embarrassing, really.
Come on, tell me.
Well, I said something like, you were an old friend of mine. We used to live in the same neighborhood. We were very close, almost like family, blah, 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 you know. I hope you'll pardon my discretion.
Rather, I'm flattered. But I don't think I deserve this honor.
You know, I was worried that others might make similar claims. Who wouldn't like to claim to be your close friend?
Well, I cannot say this never happened before. But I don't think anybody made such claims last time.
Good. Now promise me, you won't give up this little secret of ours, please?
It will be my pleasure to stick to your stories. From now on, we're two long-lost friends who happen to bump into each other in New York after many, many years.
How very romantic. Let me assure you, you won't regret my friendship. I'll make sure that you never forget me.
I'm sure I won't.
You know, I really enjoyed your play last night. That girl, the lead actress, does she act with you in your films as well?
Okay, Manoshi. Well, she usually works in teleserials and soaps.
She's quite attractive. All the guys were too eager to get a picture taken with her last night.
Is that so?
Would you mind if I get a picture taken with you?
Oh, it will be my pleasure.
Great. Oh, there, Deepak is back. I'll ask him to take the picture. You know, he's a photography. He keeps on buying all kinds of expensive equipment, cameras, lenses. I don't even understand.
Hey, you're up already? Hey, must be a lovely night, huh?
Oh, no, not at all. It's very close to my jet lag.
And you have another flight to catch this afternoon.
Well, what did you get for breakfast? He's hungry.
I wanted to treat him to a typical American breakfast. Sarika wanted to make some Bengali dishes for you, but I said, you must be tired of it by now. Why not try something new? So here it is.
I'll try whatever you eat.
Oh, no, we hardly eat this kind of stuff. Most mornings, all we get is some milk and cereal, and that too if we're lucky.
Here it is. Dunkin' Donuts, very popular in this part of the country. They say America runs on Dunkins, as if it is their coffee and donut that keeps America on the go. Try some donuts. I also have croissant, bagel with ESB.
ESB?
Yeah, eggs, sausage and bacon. I hope you're okay with bacon and sausage.
Oh, I eat everything. But who's going to eat all this? Certainly not me.
Come on, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Hey, but then you get to use my lunch, huh? I prepared a very special lunch just for you all by myself. Deepak, why do you
Well, don't worry. I'm not America. Your homebrewed coffee is good enough to make you run.
But you like my coffee too. Hey Sarika, I hope you're brewing my favorite, the Jamaican Blue Mountain.
Oh, of course. Hey, Deepa, will you please take a picture of Mansaj and me?
Sure.
I hear you're quite a photographer.
Oh, you can say that. Whenever I have spare time, I just pack up my camera bags and hit the outdoors. I love to shoot nature. Birds, animals, roads. You remember the road we took last night? The Taconic Parkway. Oh, one of my favorites. The most picturesque road that you've ever seen. It takes a different look every season. Spring, summer, winter. Oh, I'll show you. I have so many pictures, millions of them.
Your house is very beautiful too. This morning I was looking out from the window. The mountains, the meadows, the lake. Oh, it's like a picture postcard.
Yeah, 8 years ago we bought this house. Love at first sight, we will say. My daughter Pom, she said, Dad, if you have to buy a house, this is the one.
And you had to buy it right away. You know, Mansaj, it wasn't necessary at all. We had to spend a fortune on this house.
Hey, but you can't say it was a bad investment at all. Whosoever has come to this house has fallen in love with it. Many celebrity guests have graced this house. Pandit Ravi Shankar, Zakir Hussain, and many of you are Kolkata filmmakers. Hey, I have a kind of arrangement with the Bengali club. Any celebrity guest they invite must stay with us.
That's nice. But I'm nothing compared to those celebrity guests of yours.
Hey, come on. You are the famous matinee idol of Kolkata, the great Manasage. We are really honored.
The honor is all mine.
Oh, why don't you finish your breakfast? Then I'll take you on a tour of our house and property. But the place you're going to like the most is our basement theater. You know, my daughter Pom and I love to watch movies. And I must say, the Bollywood films nowadays are almost at par with Hollywood.
Nonsense. How can you compare Hollywood to Bollywood? But yes, they're far better than the Bengali films make these days. During your days, at least the films had a story. You know, they were fun to watch.
But think about the money that they spent on those Bollywood films. Comparing that, the Bengali film producers hardly spend any money. How can you expect the same technical finesse?
Hey, honestly, can you tell me one thing? How much does it cost to make a film these days?
Well, in Kolkata, you can still make a decent film for about 60-70 lakhs. Why are you interested?
Yes, of course. I have been toying with this idea for quite some time. I have a rough plot in my mind too.
You want to make a film?
Yes, why not?
Well, I never heard you mention anything about this before.
And why am I not surprised? You were never interested in any of my artistic endeavors.
Artistic endeavors? Since when did you become an artist? Taking a few snapshots doesn't make one an artist.
Ah, so I'm not an artist, huh? Photographers aren't artists. Carter Preston, Hansel Adams, and what's his name? Raghuveer Singh. They are not artists, huh? And just because you can make a few Bharatanatyam moves, makes you an artist.
I never claimed to be an artist. I'm a dance instructor, not an artist. Have you ever heard me make such a claim?
Why did you force Pom? She never liked Bharatanatyam, but you always pushed her. You said that she must become a dancer just like you, didn't you?
I never said that. I just wanted her to learn to appreciate art. Art makes a person a complete human being. Watching TV and films can't be someone's only pastime.
Why? What's wrong in watching films? You tell me, don't you consider watching cinema a kind of art appreciation activity?
It's true. It isn't bad to watch at all.
But tell me the kinds of films you watch. Either some Hollywood or Bollywood trash, or some sordid Bengali melodrama. You and Mom spent hours in that dark basement, munching popcorn and watching junk. Nobody can call that art appreciation. Besides, Mom had the talent to become a good dancer. She was a natural.
Why don't you admit that you hate us having a good time together? That is why you call her upstairs. Call her away from me with all those lame excuses. You know, my daughter loves to watch movies. We have seen so many of your movies now. You know what she says about you?
Oh, don't mind him. Would you like more coffee?
Yes, please. It's very good.
Finish your coffee, and then I'll take you on a tour around our property. You'll love the surroundings.
Thank you. So tell me, what does Mom has to say about
Oh, never mind what she says. She's just a kid. Ignore her.
What? She made such a profound statement about Manasaj and you wanted to ignore her?
it? Now I'm really curious. I must find out what she has to say about it.
No, Deepak, I don't think you should say anything now. I'll tell you later. Don't worry.
Excuse me, but I don't want to hear this from either of you. I want to hear it straight from Mom. Why don't you call her?
That is not possible. She is not here.
She's not home. You can't talk to her.
That's too bad. I would hate to leave without knowing what she has to say.
No, you won't have to. I'll tell you. She said, Dad, this actor Manasaj is very handsome. The most handsome Bengali she has ever seen. And then she said,
You heard him. Does that make any sense at all?
Of course it does. I'm really fortunate to have a young American fan so far away from my country. I must meet her now.
But you can't. She's not home. She's at college and her exams are coming up.
What are you? Oh, no, she's at college. She cannot come.
How unfortunate. So, what does Mom have to say about it?
Deepak, I don't think we should say anymore.
He wants to know.
Please, I could take some criticism.
No, she did not criticize you at all. She really likes you. She said, Dad, I wish you were as handsome as Manasaj. Then I would have loved you even more.
It's so silly of her. I hope you're not offended or anything.
Oh, no, not at all. I may be getting old, but I still enjoy such compliments from pretty young ladies. Please, do tell your daughter that her handsome hero loves her too, more than anybody else in the world.
What? What do you mean you love her? You don't even know her. How can you love her more than anybody else? Nobody loves her more than me.
Deepak, are you out of your mind? Manasaj was only joking.
Yes, I was indeed. I love all my fans, and that's what I meant. I'm sorry if I offended you in any way.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm sorry I just lost my temper. I'm sorry. I got to go. I'll be back.
Please don't mind him. He's kind of like that, you know.
He's really upset with me. I must have hurt his
No,
feelings.
he's not upset with you. Actually, he's a bit upset with me. Well, it looks like you hardly ate anything here. Can I get you more coffee?
No, thanks. Your husband, is he coming back? And I didn't really intend to.
No, please don't mind. Please don't worry. He'll be back soon. Just wait a while. He'll be back in his usual jovial self. He's just a bit sensitive about Pom.
Loves her a lot, doesn't he?
Do you have a daughter?
No, I have a son. He's all grown up and married.
Well, then you have nothing to worry about.
Worry about what?
I mean, a daughter is a load of responsibility, isn't it? Bringing her up, getting her married. It's no easy task.
No, I don't think that is true. And
Hey, Manasaj! I have made up my mind. I'll go for it. I'll make the film. I'm ready to invest 1 crore. No. Make it 1.5 crore. But you'll have to promise me something.
See, what did I tell you?
I feel a lot better now. Tell me, what do I have to promise?
You have to act in my film. The lead character, the hero.
Hero? Me? At this age, you think I can pass as a hero?
Oh, trust me, you will be perfect for the character. You just have to promise me, that's it.
What's the hurry? We can talk about it later.
No, not later. I want you to promise right away. I want the contracts drawn up and signed before you leave this country.
Look, I hope you know what we're doing. Filmmaking is no joke. If your film doesn't make it, you're going to lose everything.
I don't care about the money. I just want to make a film, that is it. Manasaj, once you hear my story, you will know what I'm talking about. You have never seen such a film made in Bengali before. Totally off it. We should post the film in our neighborhood. Upstate New York. Rehearsal, Catskill, Taconic Parkway. Yes, Taconic Parkway. That is the name. We want to name our film Taconic Parkway. Beautiful. The mysterious, the thrilling Taconic Parkway. Ha!
The title sounds interesting. Let's hear the plot.
No, you won't name that film.
It is settled once and for all. The movie will be named Taconic Parkway.
No, you won't. I hate that road. Why do you want to name it that? You want to hurt me, right? You purposely want to do this.
If she doesn't like it, we can call it something else.
Don't mind what she says. She's just scared of that road, that is it. It's a bit curvy, with few twists and turns. Whenever we travel on that road, she sits stiff like a rock, eyes closed like a cadaver. It's all in her mind, and I love that road. I really love that road. We drove on Taconic last night, didn't you like it?
I like hilly roads. In India, whenever I get a chance, I try to make a trip to Darjeeling or Kalimpong by road.
And I'm sure you will love it. Hey, come on, sweetheart. Relax. I'm not asking you to drive on the Taconic. It's just a film. All right. We will not even ask you to come to the location, okay? Settled? Okay, very good. Now, why don't you make some coffee? We have a lot to discuss.
Mansaj doesn't want any coffee.
Oh, you know what? Fine, but I would like to have some.
I can't. I got to go now. Would you like to come with me or do you prefer to stay with him?
No, how can he come with you? We have a lot to talk.
Why don't you let him say that?
Let me talk to him first, then I'll come with you, I promise. But why don't you join us too?
I can't. Deepak, don't you dare bring up that topic again.
What topic are you talking about?
You know quite well what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what we are talking about.
Well then, let me spell it out for you. You're not going to talk about Pom again.
Why? Why should I talk about Pom? What's the big deal?
You know what it is. Do I need to remind you?
All right, I'm not going to talk about Pom. You may go now.
You know, she seems to be a little bit upset. Maybe we should talk about it later.
Hey, don't worry about her. If you don't talk now, we will never get another chance. We have to be at the airport by 4 o'clock, isn't it? I think we should go a little early so that I can show you a glimpse of the car. It was too dark last night.
You know, since you mentioned it, I do kind of feel fascinated by this road of yours. I must see a Taconic Parkway.
Hey, once you see it, you will know why I want to name this film Taconic Parkway. I want to make this film ASAP. I just wanted to go to India, cancel all your engagements, and come back right away. I can't do this film without you.
I'll try my best. Let's see the plot.
What? Yes! My film is a love story between a beautiful, young, second-generation Indian American girl and a middle-aged, rather old actor visiting from India.
Now I get it. The middle-aged, rather old actor visiting from India is me, right?
Exactly! Have you seen Taconic? Oh my God, what a film it was! Amitabh did a wonderful job in that.
So, this film is a reverse take on Taconic. In that movie, it was the girl who was visiting from India.
No, not at all. In that film, their homeland was the link between the two characters. In my story, the girl is completely American. She grew up in this country. Only her parents are of Indian origin. It's a far more complex story. A complex psychological drama.
I understand. Please continue.
Yes! But before I do that, I would like you to make another promise.
Again?
Yes. You need to keep this to yourself and yourself only. Sarika should not know anything about this. Okay? I want my daughter Pom to be the female lead against you. The Indian American girl I was talking about. And you must accept, you cannot say no.
Why should I say no? But if your wife objects...
No, let me handle that. Don't you worry about it. I'll talk to her later. Trust me, Pom is really talented. She'll be very great in this role. And I'm not saying this because she's my daughter, Yeah. She is a beauty. Wait till the film releases. Bollywood and Hollywood will be after her like crazy.
That's nice. But it would be nice if I could meet her once though. Maybe you could show me a picture or something.
I'll show you everything. But before I do that, listen to my story. This is how I'm visualizing the film. Opening shot, exterior, a winter night. In a long panorama shot, we see a snow-covered mountain. It is snowing quite heavily. And through the snow, we see the Taconic Parkway snaking through the hillside. The camera pans and moves straight upon the road. We see a silver-colored Toyota Camry driving down the road, a bit erratic, off wheels after losing traction. It is obvious that whosoever is driving the car should not have been out there in this weather at all. Cut to a pickup truck on the other side. In a close-up, we see the driver, looking tired, almost drowsy, struggling hard to stay awake, after losing control of the vehicle. Got back to the Toyota. It has recovered some of its traction. It is moving faster now. It swerves past a sharp turn at high speed. Got back to the pickup truck. Still not steady. The road in front slopes down to a sharp bend around the hill. Truck handles it precariously at the last moment. Cut back to the Toyota. It is moving even faster now. Close up of the tire throwing up the snow. The road slopes down to a tight bend. The car is moving faster and faster. Suddenly we see a pair of headlights behind the bend. It is the pickup truck coming up fast. It is rapidly coming close. Top shot. The Toyota tries to pass the truck at high speed. Loses control, spins, and hits the truck, and flies up in the air. Slow motion. The car hangs in the air for some time before smashing down on a large rock.
No! No!
Hey, are you alright?
No.
Okay, Deepak, I think she's not feeling
She's
well.
all right, she's all right. Sit down. Sit down while you get medicine.
Please, please sit down, Sharika. Please. Would you like some water? Let me get you some water. Here. Please, give me some water.
Pick the damn glass up and drink the water. Show him some manners.
Manners? You are trying to teach me manners? How could you tell the story to Mansit? Don't you have any shame left in you?
I don't know what you're talking about. You must have skipped your medication this morning.
Don't try to dodge my question. Why are you telling the story to Mansit?
Sharika, he was only narrating the story of his film.
Fill my foot! Don't try to give me this bullshit. Think I don't know you?
Believe me, he was just narrating the film script. I understand, the story must be reminding you of a similar incident in your life.
What incident did I tell you? Huh? No, nothing like this ever happened in your life. Or did it? Speak up, Sarika. Did anything like this ever happen in your life? Huh? Nothing. You just cannot handle stress. My sweet, fragile little darling. She just gets these panic attacks for no reason at all. Would you like some coffee, darling? How about a shot of brandy in your coffee? It will relax you, make you feel better.
I don't need any brandy, I'm fine.
Good girl, good girl. Sit down, Madison, she's fine. She's absolutely fine.
Yes, I'm fine. But Deepak, now I'll tell him the story.
You will tell my story? No, that is not fair. That's my idea.
Come on, Deepak. Let's hear what she has to say. Maybe she will give us a different perspective. And we can decide later which one will make a better film. Come on, Sharika, tell us your story.
I'd like you to open the film like this. A hospital in New York. Young Bengali woman is in labor. She's screaming and crying. Her husband is standing helplessly by her side. He's trying to make her comfortable, but it's not helping at all. The doctors, nurses make their rounds and check her at regular intervals. But the woman keeps on crying, keeps on screaming. And then, sometime later, all her pain melts away. She gives birth to a beautiful little girl. A faint smile surfaces on the mother's face. The nurse hands over the baby to the father. And the father, he stares at the baby, mesmerized. The mother pleads in her tired voice, "Give her to me, please, give her to me." But he doesn't listen. He keeps on staring at the baby in his arms, keeps on looking at her.
Bah, Apurva,
Wrong.
please continue.
Wrong, this is wrong, this is absolutely wrong. No, Sarika, you cannot start the film like this. No, Madison, this cannot be the film.
But why not? She's only giving us a different perspective. Different opening, actually. I agree, your opening sequence was quite dramatic, rather action-packed. But her opening sequence is very nice and soft, quite lyrical, and I like it. Please continue.
No, why are you asking her? She knows nothing about my story. This is my story and my story alone.
No, this is my story too. You know this is my story too.
Come on, Sarika. This is wrong. This is not the right story. The girl cannot take birth like this.
Then how was she born? Tell me how.
What if the child was not born in this country? What if the couple had adopted her?
No, she is not adopted. She is their daughter. She must be their daughter.
Aha! This can be interesting. Let's say this girl, this actor with whom this girl has an affair, is in reality her biological father, whom she never met. Many, many years ago, this actor had an affair with this girl's mother, and due to obvious reason, the mother had to abandon the child. Now, this couple from the US comes to India, adopts this child, and this child grows up in this country under the care of her loving adoptive parents. And after many, many years, this girl meets her real father under completely different circumstances. What do you think?
That certainly is a possibility. What do you think, Sarika? It happens all the time, isn't it?
No, I'll never allow this. The girl must be born here, of her mother. The mother who cared for her, who brought her up. She must be born of her womb.
Then how can we create conflict? I don't think there can be any drama without the conflict.
You want conflict? Okay. Then let's imagine that the mother had an affair with this actor. You know, before he became a celebrity, when he was still a struggling actor. And then, after all these years, they meet again here in the US. Their old love revives, but now both the mother and the daughter are in love with the same man. They both want her. Here's your conflict.
Cliche, the same old triangular love story. No, not acceptable at all. My story is more interesting, more daring.
No, your story is filthy, your story is repulsive. You cannot keep the adoption issue in this film, never.
But this adoption issue will make the story more interesting, different.
I think you're right, absolutely right. We need a different perspective. Here's how we can frame the story. When this our young heroine comes to know that this middle-aged actor is indeed her biological father, she's devastated. You know, this man with whom she was so intimate, who slept with him, is her father. She's shattered. She becomes a mental wreck.
Just the opposite of the tragedy of Oedipus Rex. Electra complex. I'm sure, Sharika, you will agree that Sophocles didn't write filthy plays. I'm telling you, Deepak, this film of yours will cause a major stir.
Hey, I'm sure it'll be a wonderful film, a great film. Sarika, just imagine an Oscar great film. Pom will be fantastic in this. Wonderful.
Pom? What has Pom got to do with this filthy movie of yours? Why are you dragging her into this?
No, I mean, if Pom, if Pom acted in this film, then she would be.
Don't try to give me this crap. You must have told Mansit something about Pom, right? Mansit, what did he tell you? Come on, tell me, what did he tell you about Pom? Deepak asked you not to talk to me about this, right? Why are you silent? Are you scared? Why? What are you afraid of? Oh, I know. You're afraid that if you speak up, Deepak will not do the film with you and then you'll miss out on his deal, right?
Sharika, now you're insulting me. You have no right to talk to me like that. Whether he makes the film or not is up to him. I don't care about him. I was only trying to help.
Then why don't you tell me? What did he tell you about Pom?
Sarika, why are you so rude? He's a guest, for heaven's sake. I just asked him to keep a secret. He was just being nice. That is it.
Deepak, I don't think there's any point in keeping this a secret anymore. Sharika, your husband asked me to make 2 promises. The first one, was that I have to take the role of this lead actor. The second one was that I must accept your daughter, Pom, as the lead actress.
Hypocrite! You double-faced bastard! You want Pom to be in your film? You who never let her go out with her boyfriends? You who never let her go to any party or participate in any social events? Last year you didn't even let the poor girl go to Montreal on a school trip just because she had to be out of the house for 2 nights. And you didn't even let her go out to a prom for crying out loud. And now you want her to be in the movies? That too in this filthy movie of yours? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Calm down, Sarika. It was different then. I was trying to protect her from those hormone-charged teenagers. You can't say that I kept her locked in the room. I took her to many places, to museums, to movies, to restaurants. Everywhere she wanted to go, I took her. Rather, it was you who never wanted to come with us.
That's because I didn't like the way you treated her, like a baby. I hated it.
Why don't you admit that you hate the fact that Tom loves me more than you? These are all your excuses.
Excuse me, but I don't think I should be any part of this conversation.
No, Manasit, please don't go. We have a lot to discuss.
There's nothing more to discuss.
Come on, Sarika, don't meddle in our affairs. I want to make this film and Manasit has given me the word that he will act in the film.
Well, then do whatever you want. But I'm not going to let you drag Tom into this filthy business of yours.
Filthy? You think filmmaking is filthy now?
Of course, filthy. Don't you know what goes on in this industry? You want to throw your daughter to these perverts and lectures?
Just a minute, Sharika. Now you're insulting the film industry. You have no right to insult the film industry. It is true, once upon a time, the industry had a bad reputation. That's not true anymore. These days, when we work, the whole entire unit works like a family.
Family. It's of this family that I'm worried the most.
Don't worry, Sarika. The film will be made in front of our eyes. And Paul will be here with us all the time.
You can stay rest assured, we will not let any harm touch your daughter.
I don't trust anybody. Nobody.
Come on, Sarika, you don't even trust me?
I think now I understand.
What? What do you understand?
You folks love your daughter very much, maybe a bit too much.
What do you mean, not too much?
No, don't be alarmed. It's quite natural, especially in case of a single child. The love for the child by one parent can cause a bittersweet jealousy in the other.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous of Mom. Are you out of your mind?
No, please not misunderstand me. We're jealous because we love her. There's nothing to be worried about.
I think I agree with you. She's jealous of me and she's jealous of Paul. She cannot bear the fact that Paul will become a movie star unlike a dance instructor like her.
You may think whatever you want, but I'm not going to let Pom act in this film of yours. You better find someone else.
Okay, fine. We will not take her.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Deepak. If the mother doesn't want it, we cannot let Mom work in this. You will have to withdraw your second. But Shankar, you will agree that we must also honor our kids' wishes too. Maybe after Mom listens to the story, she will not want to work in this film after all.
She will never refuse this role.
But if she does, you will not force her in any way. Can you promise me that? Good. Now, Sharika, you too must promise that if she wants to act in this film, you will not stop her.
But
No ifs and buts. Deepak has given me his word that he will honor both Mom's wishes. Now you too must do the same.
all right, I agree. But I know that when Pom listens to this filthy story, she will never agree to do this role. Never.
We can accept that. Great. So now we all agree that Mom will decide for herself whether she wants to act in this film or not. Right? Okay, Deepak. Now let's finish up the rest of our conversations on the film.
All right.
Harika, this is the right time for another cup of coffee.
Sure.
Thank you, dear. I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Are you sure you want to direct this film yourself?
Yes, I want to direct this film. and I'll be the director of photography, and screenplay, as you already know, is mine.
I think you're taking too much on this. Your film has potential and it needs expert hand. I would recommend that you get a very experienced director to handle this film. Same for photography.
Oh, so you think I won't be able to direct the film?
So please do not misunderstand me. You can act as the executive producer. I can direct the film if you want at no extra cost.
Oh, so you think I do not know anything about direction? I do not know anything about editing, nothing about photography, huh?
I don't exactly mean that. But you need to understand that this film, it needs some expert handling.
No, you listen to me. It is true that I have not made any feature-length film as yet. But I can assure you that I know everything about filmmaking that one needs to know. And trust me, I have more knowledge than any of your Kolkata filmmakers. I have made hundreds of video shots of Palm in and around New York. Palm by the sea, Palm playing on the snow, Palm in the garden, Palm in a room. Whenever she enters a room, everything lights up. Everything brightens up like magic. I'll show you. I have those films. Let me get those videotapes for you. I'll be back in a minute.
Hey Deepak, bring your camera when you come back. I want that photo with Mansaj. You must be wondering what a big mess you're in, right? Stuck in the middle of nowhere with this crazy couple.
Creative people tend to be a little bit crazy. Your husband is a passionate man. He's passionate about his film. He's passionate about...
What about you? Aren't you a passionate man too?
Yes, I am. I'm passionate about my craft. One needs to be passionate in order to excel, don't you think?
And how passionate are you with women? Is it as strong as you portray in your films?
What do you think? Your feminine sixth sense must be picking up something.
Yes, it is. It is picking up some strong signals, and it's telling me that women do get attracted to you, and vice versa.
Once upon a time, it used to be true. I have earned my fair share of bad reputation as a womanizer, and I'm sure you are aware of it. But I will not hesitate to tell you that I'm still attracted by the sensuous. I cannot resist the sensual attraction of pretty woman.
Yes, it was quite evident last night. The way the ladies mocked you. I was quite worried that I might never get a chance.
What chance were you looking for?
To bring you to my house, of course. Do you have any idea why I brought you here?
You did mention that you had to plead and beg for me, but you never said why.
Take a guess.
Yes. You made it quite clear that you have no interest in filming. And I don't believe that you got me here just to have a picture. Your husband, he likes to host celebrity guests. Do you share his interest?
No, I don't. Hosting celebrities is Deepak's hobby. He loves to hobnob with famous people like you. I detest it. You won't believe the fights we had over this. But as far as you're concerned, it was quite different.
Really? May I know what makes me so different?
You really want to know? I really know you. I do. Many years ago, we both knew each other. You must have forgotten.
You each other? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
You don't have to be sorry. It's quite normal. Those days, when you were not yet a celebrity, you used to act on stage in community theatres. I saw some of your plays in our neighborhood.
Your neighborhood?
Your neighborhood too. You used to live in that red 3-story house in Park Service, right?
Oh my God, you live there? Sharika, this is not fair. You should have told me. You did tell me, but I thought you were joking.
Well, I wasn't sure if I should mention it or not. It was so long ago. I was just a teenager then. Those days, you looked so handsome. You were the heartthrob of each and every girl in the neighborhood. They used to keep a close eye on your house just to get a glimpse of you.
And what about you? Did you keep an eye too?
Sure I did. I was your greatest fan. You won't believe it. I had a huge crush on you. But you hardly ever noticed me.
Impossible. That cannot be. How can someone not notice you? How can I not notice? Such a pretty girl like you.
Well, I never felt it. You hardly ever spoke to me until that day.
That day, which day? Sorry, I don't remember. Where did we meet? What did we talk about?
You really don't remember?
I'm sorry, I don't remember a thing. Please help me.
Forget it, Marcel. Does it really matter? At least now I have all your attention, right?
What are you talking about? How can I not pay attention to such a pretty girl like you? But please tell me, where did we meet? What did we talk about? Don't let me lose my sleep.
Well, there are no guarantees that those memories will let you sleep any better.
I can handle that. Now please tell me.
If you insist, but don't blame me later. We met at our house. You used to come to our house to rehearse your plays.
Rehearsal plays. Whose house? We used to rehearse at a few places, I remember. But are you? Oh my God, you are Vikash's daughter, right?
Good. That wasn't very hard after all.
Vikashta.
He committed suicide. You knew, right? By then, you had left the neighborhood.
That was your ball.
Yes. After all these years, it's all coming back, isn't it? Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, imagine we'd meet again? How I long to meet you, to see you, to talk to you. How I long to make myself noticed by you. My father never wanted this. But he couldn't prevent the inevitable. Here we are, together, once again.
The day before he died, Vikashta came to my flat. I was shocked to see him. He was drunk. He was crying. He was mumbling. I could hardly comprehend what he was saying, except that one sentence. He kept repeating, Ami papi manushit, I am a sinner. Don't ever forgive me. Amai konodin khama korna. I thought he was drunk. You know, alcohol made him lose control. I could never imagine that the next day he would jump in front of that running train.
Sinner? Forgive him? Never. If he hadn't killed himself, I myself would kill that son of a bitch.
Ki bolcho Shanika? He was your father.
Father? A filthy man who molests his own daughter, rapes her. That devil doesn't deserve to be called a father. I should have castrated that bastard.
I cannot believe this. Vikashta cheated. How could Vikashta do such a horrible thing? We all respected him. He's a great actor. A great director. He never did anything wrong. Except for his habit of alcohol. He never did anything. Never said a single curse word. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this.
No, you can't. Because you're not a girl, you're a man. When a girl grows up, men around her change. They become animals. To her, they become only a sex object. They forget that she could be their sister or daughter. They all crave for her body. Some manage to control themselves. Some can't. Your Vikashta couldn't control himself.
Please stop.
No, I won't stop, Mansit. You have to listen. You must listen. Why do you think I took all that trouble to bring you here? Sat through that third-rate play of yours, pleaded with those organizers. You can't tell me you won't listen.
What more do you have to tell me?
So you haven't heard anything yet. Why do you think my father came to your apartment to cry and confess that night? The story must have a role for you too, shouldn't it?
My role?
Oh yes, your role. I know it's easy for you to forget. After all, you had too many girlfriends to worry about. How could you remember a small incident with your Bikash Das daughter?
Sharika, you must be making a mistake. I don't remember any incident with you.
I'm not surprised. It may have been a trivial incident to you, too insignificant to remember. But Mansij, a girl never forgets her first love. Her first kiss.
Me?
Yes, you. Let me help you remember. That evening, you came to our house to tell everyone that you will no longer be acting in plays because you were too busy with your film schedules. I brought some snacks and tea for you all, and as I left the room, you followed me to the kitchen. A light for your cigarette. There in the kitchen, you looked at me. You were standing so close. I could feel your body touching mine. Your hands touching me. You turned off the light behind me, and then your lips touched mine. I can never forget that feeling. I was madly in love with you. I would have done anything for you, and you knew that. You played with me for a long time. And then, suddenly you left. You almost ran away, leaving me alone in the darkness. Tell me, why did you leave? Did you see my father? Was he there? Mansij, say something. Did you see him?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But he saw us. He saw us both.
Shit.
That night, he came to my room. He was drunk. My mother was out of town to take care of my sick grandpa. I was in a trance. The beloved hero of my dreams had touched me, had kissed me. I felt like I was in heaven. I put on my sexiest night dress and I kept on staring at the mirror, dreaming of him. Then he came, shut the door behind him, and slapped me hard. You bitch! You're in heat, aren't you? How long has this affair been going on? And then he held me hard and tore away.
Please don't cry. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
Mansij, why did you do this to me? Why? Why did you leave me?
I'm sorry, Shanta. Maybe I was drunk. Krishna, How could he? I'm really sorry.
Why didn't you care? You thought you could do whatever you liked to a naive girl like me and just dump her like trash.
I admit I was wrong. I was immature. I didn't understand you. I didn't understand Vikashta. Please forgive me. I'm really, really sorry. Your husband, does he know anything about this?
No. Deepak knows that my father committed suicide, but he doesn't know why. No one knows. Only you know now.
I can assure you, no one else will know.
You know, I don't even care anymore. But I'll not let you go scot-free either. You have to suffer the consequences. You must pay for your sin. You must be punished.
Punished? Fine. I'll take whatever punishment you will give. Tell me, what do I have to do?
Run away with me.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Yes, let's run away. We'll take my car. We'll drive away. We'll get lost. Or I can go back to India with you. And I can live with you there forever. Wherever you want.
Sharika, please don't behave like a child. Run away. Are we teenagers or what? Can someone at this age just run away?
Why not? Of course we can run away. I can't stay here anymore. You don't know Deepak. He's a monster. He's a vicious animal. Please take me far away from him. Please.
Sharika, please don't behave like a child. I am a visitor here. I hardly know anything about this country. You will be in trouble. We will both be in trouble.
Don't worry. I'll take you to a place where no one can find us. Come on, Mansit. Don't be a coward. You should have done this a long time ago. You should have run away with me. Now don't wait any longer.
Sarika! Where are my tapes? Those tapes of Bob and those photo albums, I can't find them.
Mansit, we can't wait any longer. We have to go. Let's go.
Sarika, where did you hide them? Tell me now.
I don't know.
You are lying. Who else knows about those tapes, huh? Who else lives in this house? You don't want me to show those tapes to Mansit because you want to stop this film by hook or by crook.
Deepak, please don't worry. We will make the film even if I don't get to see the tapes. I promise you, and I'll keep my promise.
No, you won't. Deepak, Mansit will not do your film because Mansit and I are leaving.
You are lying, liar.
No.
He will act in my film. He will, he must.
You don't understand, Deepak. I'm leaving with Mansit forever. Do you understand? I'm leaving you forever.
Go ahead, leave. Who cares? Do you think I care? But before you go, give me those tapes. Bomb tapes.
So, you're not at all concerned that I'm leaving you? You don't care at all? Mansit, now you know why I want to leave him.
Sharika, I'm sure Deepak loves you. He needs you.
No, Deepak does not love me. He loves Pom. He only loves Pom.
Yes, I love Pom and Manasij knows it very well. Okay, but are you going to give me the tapes or not?
No, I'm not. And you know why? Because they don't exist anymore. I burnt them all those videotapes, those photo albums, everything. I burnt them.
You are lying.
No, I'm not. Night after night, you sat in that dark basement watching those videos of Pom. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't stand it. I destroyed them all.
You bitch. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
What are you doing? Calm down.
Manasij, Sarika stole my daughter away from me. She snatched her away from me. I only had Pom. I have no one else in the world. I love my Pom, my baby, my little darling. You tell me, what can be a better relationship or a sweeter relationship than between a father and a daughter? How can she be so jealous?
Better relationship? Sweeter relationship? Aren't you ashamed to say these words? Then tell me, why did Pom run away that night? What made her crazy enough to drive through the Taconic in that horrible weather? Tell me, why did she run away?
I don't know.
You don't know? But you were in her room that night. You sneaked into her room while she was sleeping, did you? Tell me, didn't you? Pom called me from her car. You broke into her room. Why? Why? What were you doing in her room?
I did nothing. I only...
Shambhunath. Deepak, you?
Come on, Deepak. Let's settle this once and for all. Now's your chance to speak up. Tell me, what did you do to Pom that night? What were you doing in her room? Why did you break into her room like a burglar?
Stop it! I'll tell you everything. Pom and I had an argument that evening. She wanted to go to movies with her friends. Some boys. I did not let her. How could I? It was a blizzard morning on the TV. I asked her to watch a movie in the basement theater, but she refused. She was angry. She yelled at me. She said that I do not let her do anything. I felt so bad. She just ran to her room and slammed the door. I was feeling miserable. Just went and sat in the family room with a drink. It was so quiet. Very quiet. And then the blizzard came. It started snowing very heavily like never before. You called from your dance class to say that you will not be able to come back that night. It was late at night. Well past midnight when I got up from my couch to go to my bedroom. I stopped outside Pom's door. I called her a few times, she did not respond. I was worried, I wanted to know if she was all right, and I wanted to see her. I somehow managed to open her door and step into her room. And there she was, sleeping peacefully in her bed. In the dim night lamp, she was looking so pretty, so beautiful. I just went and sat by her bedside. I started watching her. I don't know for how long. A lock of hair had drifted across her face. Gently, very gently, I moved it away. She looked so cute, so pretty, so my beautiful sleeping princess. And then I kissed her. I kissed her, my little princess, on her forehead. And she...
What? What happened? What did you do to her? What did you do to Pom?
Oh, nothing. I did nothing. I just kissed her on the forehead and she woke up screaming. She was scared. She panicked. She said, "Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't come near me. Get out of this room." She was hysterical. She was calling out for you, "Mom! Mom!" I tried to calm her down. I said, "This is me. Mom, this is your Baba. You must have seen a nightmare. But I'm here, darling. Don't be scared. Don't be scared." But she was not listening. She said, "Why are you here? How did you get in? Get out of my room." I tried to take her in my arms, but she ran away and picked up a metal vase from the table. She threatened me. She said, "Don't come near me. Don't touch me. I'll hit you." I could not believe my ears. How could she, Pom? Look at me. Look at me, Pom. I'm your Baba. I tried to go near her and she threw the vase at me and it hit my head and knocked me out. When my head cleared, she was nowhere in the room. Then I heard an engine start in the garage. I ran to the garage and I saw her pulling out the car. I screamed, "Pom! Pom, don't go! Don't go, Pom! Pom, don't go!" She did not listen. She drove out like crazy. I watched her car disappear in the snowstorm.
You are lying. Pom called me from her car. She told me, "Mom, you were right. You were right about Daddy. He sneaked into my room. He tried to attack me. He tried to..."
What? Tried to do what? Who told you that you were right about me? What were you right about? Huh? What did he tell you? What did you tell her?
You want to know? I warned her about you. I asked her to stay away from you. I told her not to trust any man, not even her father. Do you understand? I told Mom, your father is a man too. They're all the same. They're all after a flesh and body. They're all like Prakash Maulik. They don't care about relations. Not even blood relations. And you didn't even have that worry to worry about. What's going to stop you?
Sharika, please.
No. There's no point stopping now. The cat is out of the bag. The cat is out!
Quiet! Quiet! Let me understand. Let me think about it. Let me concentrate. You told my daughter that I am not her father. So I can attack her, I can molest her. You told Mom that I am not her father? Is that true? That's what you told her. That I, her father, no, I am not her father. I am not her father. So I have no moral obstacle in abusing my own daughter. Sorry, she's not my daughter. She's not my daughter. Mom is not my daughter. Mom is not my daughter.
Deepa, please calm down. Try to understand her. She's been through major trauma.
You say trauma. What do you say? You say something what Prakash Maulik. Who's Prakash Maulik? Who's Prakash Maulik? Prakash Maulik. This rings a bell. This name rings a bell. Prakash Maulik. Prakash Maulik. Prakash. He was your father. He was your father, wasn't he? He killed himself. So what has he got to do with this? What has he got to do with Mom? Tell me! You know, this bitch told my daughter that I am not her father. I'm a dangerous animal, a monster who will not hesitate to abuse his own daughter like Prakash Maulik. Oh my God, poor, sorry, I'm sorry, my baby. Trauma indeed. I never knew you were so scared of me. I never knew you hated me so much that you corrupted my little girl with your hatred. You poisoned her mind against me. That is why she was so scared of me. That is why her eyes were so full of hatred for me. Why did you do that? You punished me for your father's crime. You murderer. You heartless woman, you killed your father. You killed me and you killed...
What are you doing? Leave her alone. Please, calm down. Calm down. Please don't feel so bad. I'm sure if we explain everything to Mom, she won't hate you anymore. Sharika, please don't cry. Whatever has happened today has happened. Let it go. Forget it. It's good that everything has come out. Deepak is innocent. You should try to understand him. You should explain everything to Mom. Tell her that you were wrong about him. Give her a call. Let her come.
She can't. She can't come. She is...
Toyota tried to pass the pickup truck at high speed. Loses control. Spins. Hits the truck and flies up in the air. The Toyota floats in the snowstorm for some time before smashing down on the edge of the Taconic Parkway. Close up. Shattered glass spreads across the snow. Deep red blood oozes out of the car and stains the white snow on the Taconic Parkway.
Oh my God. This means Mom.
Montage. Flashing ambulance lights, police cars, blazing sirens, ambulance rushing through the snow, hospital emergency room, doctors rushing with the Mom's body on the stretcher. Nurses and doctors in green overall, huddling over Mom's body, monitor beeps. Doctor charges his defibrillator. Shocking. 1, 2, 3. Close up of the monitor. Green. Quickly lights are dead. Everything was flat.
Stop. Please stop. I understand.
Flashback. Sepia told. Kolkata. A young couple walks down the hospital corridor with their case manager by their side. They enter a small grey room. The case manager gestures towards the nurse. The nurse picks up a speck of life from the kid. Listen, it's a small baby. She takes the baby to the mother, but before she could reach, the father picks up the toy girl in his hands. His face brightens up as in an ethereal glow.
I told you not to take the girl. I told you we should adopt a boy, but you didn't listen. The girl mesmerized you, blinded you.
Gave her to me. They put balm in my hands. She was so pretty, she was so beautiful. She remembered how she grasped my fingers in her fist. How could I let her go?
You should have forced yourself. I told you several times, Deepak, we didn't come here for a girl. I don't want a girl. But you were adamant.
Could I leave her? Why can't you understand? Why can't I make you understand, son?
Why do you insist on adopting? Why?
But how could we live without a child?
We should. Just the way we are living now. What good did it do to bring home a child? The child brought sin with her.
Shut up, son. Shut up. Our child did not bring any sin. You brought your sin with you. You are the sinner. How could you do this? How could you be so cruel, Sarika? You are sick. You are sick.
I am sick? How dare you say that? Mansij, you know me well. Tell me who is sick. Me or Deepak?
I don't know, Sharika. I don't know.
You are a coward, Mansij. A goddamn coward!
Deepak, I have to leave now.
What to go? What about my film?
Your film, you will make your film someday, but it needs some time. You need to take care of her, Sarika. She needs your support. You need to take care of her. She needs your support, and you need her support.
How could I do that? She stole my babe, my daughter.
It was an accident. I agree there was some misunderstanding. But you will agree that it was really not her intent.
Oh, stop it, Mansij. I don't need any patronizing from you. Deepak knows me quite well. Don't you, Deepak?
I know you.
Sure you do. You know me and I know you. We both know each other very well as always, don't we? Mansij, you look worried. Deepak, come on, we gotta stop this now. Look at him, he's scared. Oh, come on, Mansij. Did you believe all of this? This was only a drama, a show, a very old show of ours.
What? A show?
Yes, nothing but a show. A play that we act for each other, we watch each other perform, we critique each other's performances, and today you two are a part of the audience. Tell us, how did you like it?
Yes, tell us. You're an expert, a professional. Give us some pointers, won't you?
Come on, Mansij, please say something. This is how we live. Acting for each other, acting with each other, and we have to keep this going all our lives. Won't we, Deepak?
Yes.
Tell us, how did we do?
Good. You did good. Good luck to you both. Goodbye. Oh, Deepak, by the way, please drop me off at the airport.
You can't leave now. What about lunch? I've cooked so much for you. Besides, your flight is not till the evening anyway. Have some lunch, rest a little, and then you can leave. Oh, Deepak, why don't you take our guest on a quick tour around the Taconic Fairmont? And don't forget to take our picture.
Oh, I'll show you some of Mom's favorite spots. And I guarantee you, you will fall in love at first sight.
And I'll call Mom, if she can stop by.
Oh, you will get to meet your leading lady too, huh? Come on. And I'll tell you the rest of my story on our way to the Taconic Parkway. Hey, Sarika, you are a genius.